Today marks 15 years since the Interstate 35 bridge in Minneapolis collapsed, killing 13 people and injuring over 100 others. And for at least one Iowan who was responding in the aftermath, it still feels recent. Local 5's Carson J.S. Reichart joins us now. Carson, tell us who you've been speaking with.
Yeah, Steph, Ankeny Fire Chief James Clack started the job back in 2014. But before that, he actually held the same job in Minneapolis. I asked him about what he saw on that day back in 2007. Here's what he had to say.
It was almost surreal. It looked like a movie set almost. That was the first thing that went through my mind. Is this real?
For James Clack, the first day of August is always a memorable one.
I think about it every year. August 1st happens to be my anniversary, my wedding anniversary, so we were going to go out to dinner that night.
But 15 years ago, those plans were interrupted by a flurry of calls over the radio.
I knew something big was going on. It wasn't real clear right away what happened. It became clear pretty fast that we lost a big section of bridge into the river.
111 vehicles were on the I-35W bridge when it collapsed that night. In the early hours of the response, Clack said there were fears the collapse was actually a terrorist attack. It was eventually determined to be a design flaw in the bridge itself. The immediate focus was on evacuating anyone they could, as well as coordinating the response with anyone who could help, from local first responders all the way to the mayor's office.
That was the biggest lesson learned, was relationships are everything, and building relationships before something happens is critical to making sure that the event actually goes as well as it can go.
In the years after the collapse, Clack says he shared those sorts of lessons with first responders around the country. He hopes that if a similar crisis ever hits any of those communities he spoke to, his experiences can help them navigate it.
The lessons we learned, I think, and we were able to convey to other people through all these presentations and after-action reports, is helpful in the future for people that may.
It seems like those lessons were useful. In 2019, Clack was awarded Career Fire Chief of the Year from the International Association of Fire Chiefs. This is Carson J.S. Reichart for Local 5 News. We are Iowa.